This week on Did Y'all See, everybody was acting a fool. Peter was in the club behaving inappropriately, Kimbella posted an interesting picture on Instagram, and Fantasia wanted us all to know that she and her husband are good. All this and more on Did Y'all See. So, did y'all see that Peter Thomas from Real Housewives of Atlanta, married to Cynthia Bailey, was caught in a compromising position recently? You know, everyone has a cell phone, and if you're gonna do some dirt, you gotta be careful. So he was in his club, and he was like talking to this woman, and he has his hand on the side of her neck, and he like grazes down, you know, little boob graze, and someone caught it. And so people were like, yo, Peter is cheating on Cynthia. So, do you think, then Peter came out later, and it looked like his eye was like swollen shut. And he was like, you know, I wasn't cheating, I'm not a cheater. I'm not a cheater, but I want to let y'all know that I do want to apologize to my wife and daughter because it looks bad.
I want to see the video now. I haven't seen the apology video.
Girl.
Cynthia responded.
Yeah, Cynthia responded. She was like, you know, I definitely felt like it was inappropriate, but I wouldn't say it's grounds for divorce. So, what do you guys think about all of that?
When I saw it, I wasn't like, girl, you better leave him.
Yeah, no.
But it was just highly inappropriate, and it just makes me wonder, what else are you doing?
So when I saw it, man, I don't know, like, you know, like when you watch the show, like initially when they were getting married, it was like, you know, you want to like ride for them. But then over the years, he has been exhibiting really shady ass behavior, and it's making everyone look right. And that's when you have to pop people in the eye or do more.
I did appreciate Cynthia's response to it on the radio show because, for one, she wasn't, like, for one, she, you know, cleared all everything up so nobody's saying rumors, oh yeah, you know, getting divorced or whatever. But she did say, I handled it. That's it.
Like,
next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that. And I do respect her saying, I'm not leaving my husband. This is not worth it, in my opinion. I don't care what else you say. And this is my marriage. And we're going to work this out the way we work it out. And clearly his eye was a little lean, so.
I socked him in the eye. You know, we moving on. I mean, because definitely, I mean, you know, people on the outside are always looking, and there will never be a response from her that will be good enough for anybody, because people are automatically going to think that you should leave or whatever. They're right, you stupid, he's cheating on you, whatever, knowing in real life, you know, everybody would do things differently. We're talking about marriage now. It's not like regular relationship. But as far as when I saw it, it was super late at night, and I was like, I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, I am too tired for this, and I went to bed. But when I saw it in my clear mind,
Right.
I was just like, my God, that is so inappropriate.
So inappropriate.
It is so inappropriate. He was so close to her. They know what each other was eating for lunch. Like, just breathy all up. Jesus, rubbing on titty. It's like, what? But either way, it's a mess. And I think he needed to say something ASAP. She needed to say something ASAP, especially after she like put her IG account on like straight private, like,
Deleting pictures of them
right. Yes.
That's petty.
Adults are so ridiculous. Like, it's childish.
That's petty.
It's very petty.
That's not your boyfriend.
Right, it's your husband. And if you're not going to leave him, then why are you deleting?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't appreciate her response because I appreciate what she said. Like, no, that's not grounds to divorce somebody. You didn't see anything. You don't know what's up. And maybe that's just a conversation or a touch. But I don't think you need to leave somebody for that. But you also don't need to be running to the media telling them about your decision. So, did y'all see Love and Hip Hop star? Former Love and Hip Hop
New York
cast member. Yeah.
Song.
Right. Kimbella. She was trending yesterday on Twitter because she had a picture of she and her daughter, and they were in matching bathing suits. But the problem came in was that, the daughter had on a two-piece, and she was like pulling at the bottoms, and it was exposing far too much for a child. And, she posted it on IG, and people were like, girl, like, you don't see that this is a problem? So, it's a lot of freaks and nuts out here, so you really got to be careful, especially with children, what you put on the internet. Some people were saying that people were overreacting, but what do you guys think about it?
I thought it was to some extent with some comments that I've seen a little bit overreacting because it's like, remember, that's a child, you know? But at the same time, it's, remember, for Kimbella, remember what you represent. You're a video girl, you know, your baby father is Joel Santana, and you were on Love and Hip Hop. What does Love and Hip Hop represent? Like, look at your daughter, you know, like, what is she doing and what are you putting out there? And the audience that you're reaching out to. You're reaching out to a lot of young mothers who watch your show, who look up to you, and it's like, it just didn't look good.
You said there's a lot of creeps out here, but I also feel like your baby is your baby, and nobody is gonna be more concerned about your child than you are. And I don't doubt that Kimbella loves her child. I just think it was really bad judgment, and maybe she should remove the picture, you know? I think the bottoms were probably, they look uncomfortable. So that's probably why she was pulling at it. It was in poor taste. I think people did go crazy. Yeah. People went crazy. Because your baby, nobody cares more about your child than you do.
Because Kimbella, like, works in a hypersexualized environment and, you know, is catering to a certain crowd, it's like, I think that's why people did overreact. Because it's like, is your daughter on track to be you? You know what I mean? And I think for our generation, it's like with video vixens, it's like anyone likes it, but then when they have children, it's like, but you're a mom. You know what I mean?
To me, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, people are making it a sexual thing because everything automatically these days is like, sex, child porn is so disgusting, like gross, you know, and it's like, it was like very extreme, the reaction. But at the same token, I wouldn't post that. Right. And I think when you're one of those people who everything you do needs to be on Instagram, you immediately post stuff and you don't think. I think when you take a picture and you go back later and you look at it and you're like, oh, hold on, I didn't even realize she was like doing that.
I think anytime your kid is gonna be on the internet, first off, you don't know where it's gonna end up. And that's the thing about putting anything on Instagram. So did y'all see Fantasia took to Instagram this week?
Her favorite platform.
Her favorite platform. Fantasia don't do interviews no more, but Instagram will tell you everything you need to know. So anyway, she got on Instagram and posted a picture of she and her husband, Kendall Taylor, and said, you know, my best friend, period. So we were like, okay, boo. They got back together. They worked it out because just in April, she had taken them rings off, talking about she was done and Kendall was the best man she ever knew and all this type of stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. They worked it out. And I was happy for her because I do want Fantasia to win. She's been through a lot. And girl's talented. Then the next day, she posted an additional image of she and Kendall sitting at the piano. They were singing a song. And she was saying how, Lauren, she was saying how they laugh at the people who tried to come in between their marriage. And she said, no one broke a single vow, everything is good, and they've learned to keep people out of their marriage.
You've learned, but you're letting us know this in another Instagram post. To your thousands.
Did everybody notice that she was the only one laughing in the picture? Like, he wasn't even laughing. He was just...
That dude be looking miserable all the time. Kiera, I'm asleep.
I've seen them together in person, and he was looking like, Lauren, no, she was there too. He was in the corner, like, headphones on, like, dead to the world.
Like, when they first got together, I was like, I didn't know, like, how soon it was and everything, but I was like, look, if she's happy, I'm happy, hopefully she keeps this quiet.
Child, Fantasia got no respect or integrity for that relationship. And I just think that she don't. Because like Jasmine always says, it takes that one time for you to just shut up forever. Okay? No, like sometimes like Kerry Washington said about like certain women are able to just be out here, we in these streets. Yesterday we had a fight, but I'm about to put the selfie up on us, like, cool. Where some of us, it's like, we're just gonna have to, you know, maybe do an occasional post every 6 months, maybe every year. Exactly. Or, you know, you just gotta hit people with the, yeah, girl, you know, this is to save the date. And that's it. But it's just like, with her, it's like, yeah, it's like with her, she like, I must tell you that we are doing well and that we are blessed and highly favored and planted by the trees, by the river. we are in a fruitful place, you know? And it's and like when you have to do all of that, then you're either trying to prove it to yourself. Well, you are just trying to prove it to yourself because people just
we're happy for you.
Yeah, people don't care, you know.
That's the side of the wall I land on. The don't care side.
I think Fantasia just needs a class lesson in like social media etiquette when it comes to relationships. Like everybody knows, like the more you put your relationship out there, the less value it has, you know? So, and people are not gonna value it as you value it. So instead of you writing your 2-paragraph caption, you know what I'm saying? With your laughing and he not laughing picture, like, it's just not.
So we want to give a special thank you to Kiera Leon for joining us today. Thank you so much.
I'm excited. I'm still excited.
All right.
And we'd also like to give a special shout out to Elgin the Elephant and Georgia Giraffe. He's been here holding it down for like months. Dang. Show him some love.
That's it for this week's episode of Did Y'all See? For more videos like this one, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/MadameNoire. We should always have props for you.